All right, that was awesome. Got some good shots, drone shots. Can't quite get the driving shots. It's really hard in this kind of terrain, and as I learned, as you guys saw earlier, I almost lost my drone. So the hills are so, the hills are so blocky with signal. So let's continue on. Maybe I can get the other planned one. I think I just got through the curviest of this. And then, yeah, it's time to continue. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to say the difference between this road and Platina Road is, well, the amount of rockfall. That's kind of a bummer. And this is a really narrow road. It's really tight, which in and of itself isn't a problem, except that there's people with horse trailers or large trailers coming down the road, and it's pretty narrow for that. And there's a few turnouts here and there, but I could see that being a giant pain. And this one really has a lot of blind corners and curves, so you definitely have to be double extra on your toes. It's cool, amazing views as always, but this is one of those, I mean, the view is just stunning. Now, the thing I was thinking about the height of the drone turned out to be true. So it is 400 feet from where you are, because when I was flying it out just recently, I was actually below the launch point. It said -feet. So that's good to know. My climb continues until I reach that gate, which is what I think of as the end point of the target part of the road. The rate of travel is fairly inconsistent because of the aforementioned narrowness, so unless I have clear sight lines, I'm not really asserting my presence. Once I pass the gate, it's a gradual descent along the base of the hills that border the east side of High Valley until I make the turn through Leesville Gap and pass through Leesville. Leesville itself is basically just a scattering of houses and a store, old hotel looking place. Then it's a straight run to my turn north onto Leesville Lodoga Rd. Now, I would not recommend this road to Rich. His car is probably a bit wider than mine is, and it's definitely a bit rougher. And I could see him puncturing a tire out here. Cows, that means free range cattle, people. Nothing will ruin your car day more than impacting a large bovine.
Do you need any help? Oh, no, we're going to see.
Oh, okay. You too.
But
Oh, yay, gravel. I didn't think this was a gravel road. It looks like it's gravel over cement. I'm just going to say it. Like, when I look at this on Google Earth or Google Maps, it did not look like a rally stage. Sorry, did not look like a gravel stage. Leesville Lodoga Rd hugs the base of the hills to the east, frame up what looks to be the east branch of Bear Valley. As I stated from my in-camera comments, it's a gravel road and it appears to be traveled regularly. As agri-gravel roads go, it's well maintained, no giant potholes or other car-destroying features, definitely very dusty. I did send the drone on ahead for some of these great shots. Eventually, you leave the valley through a transition area with a lowland woods, I think, of oaks and other trees, and you rejoin tarmac in Indian Valley. After going back to find my wayward drone and recovering it, I take a break and reach out to a friend. Let me just say, get a friend like Rich. When I left Sacramento, I had shared my location to him, and he noticed that I had disappeared from tracking, and he wasn't able to get a hold of me. As a result, I called the CHP to see if they had any reports of a vehicle crash. That shit's awesome. Old Country Road. Once I had signal, I reached out to check in and continued through Ladoga onward to Maxwell, heading northeast on Sites Ladoga Rd. Leaving Ladoga, you run through the foothills on Sites Ladoga Rd, which has plenty of sprintable areas with some nice elevation changes and short to medium gentle curves and light twists. Eventually, you climb up and through Grapevine Pass before descending southeast through a series of ridges and passing through the small town of Sites and the northern part of Antelope Valley. Unfortunately, Sites Ladoga Rd isn't a consistently quality stretch of tarmac, extremely patchy in parts. Heading east out of Sites, the path cuts through another ridge, releasing you into a very straight and open run that continues to head southeast with orchards and fields on either side, before finally heading west into Maxwell. I pull over in downtown Maxwell to take a break and stretch the legs before continuing on the final section of my trip. I give Leesville Rd and its permutations 2.5 stars. It has some great parts, don't get me wrong, and the views, but those don't make up for the gravel, the inconsistent road quality, and the slight sketchiness of that twisty section. Just too narrow for this driver. I don't regret making the run, but not sure I would ever repeat it unless I was going just for landscape drone footage.
All right, I have finished the optimal drives. I'm going to do the side roads back to Chico, and I'm going to try to get some soft serve. I'm right now in Maxwell, which is kind of a one-street town, agricultural town, but those were some good driving and these fun times with losing the drone a couple of times. That's always great. So car is working great. Still wish I had my wheels, my aftermarket wheels, my Conseil KMPs, but these are working great. Tires have been great. Car's been great, of course. And it's been a great trip so far, seeing family and friends. And I'm looking forward to continuing it in Chico with my other friends and doing Festa in Orland. So next up will be a little time warp as I head back into Chico and attempt to find soft serve. So see you out there.
I head out of Maxwell heading northeast to Chico. Including my starting and ending towns, it will be 6 towns and 12 roads, and will take me about an hour. Right around Glen will be my first glimpse of the CHP. I basically will head north, then east, and pretty much straight north again before reaching Chico. A solid day of driving, to be sure. Thanks for watching.